your friendly children's librarians, and we wanted to tell you about our amazing summer reading program called Oceans of Possibilities. We'll give you a tour today, tell you about our reading challenges and the prizes, talk about all the fun programs, and even read you a story. Don't forget to listen for some funny ocean jokes too. Let's dive right in with a tour of our Shawano library first.
Please come into the Shawano County Library and enjoy summer reading. The children's department is located downstairs. One of our cheery librarians will be available to help you. There are many books to pique your interest. The different children's sections we have are picture books, which are fiction.
Come see what treasures you can find on our brand new bookshelf. When you're ready for chapter books, we've got children's chapter books too. We have a whole shelf of fiction and nonfiction graphic novels. We also have a large section of juvenile fiction, which is a little bit more challenging. And don't forget the easy reader section for our emerging readers. We have a whole shelf for holiday books around the year. We also have book bundles to check out about certain topics. And of course, while you're here, don't forget to say hi to Big Al and his buddies.
Don't forget to venture upstairs. We have video games and movies for all ages. We also have the Library of Things, where we recently added puzzles for all ages. There is something to interest everyone. There's fishing poles and lures, cotton candy machine, boxes for the family escape room that you can enjoy with your family. All of these things are available for checkout.
Today I'm going to read the story Humphrey the Lost Whale, a true story by Wendy Takuda and Richard Hall. Illustrations by Hanako Wakayama. Our story begins on a sunny day far out at sea. A pod of humpback whales was traveling south together for the winter. Humpback whales are magnificent creatures that sing beautiful songs to each other underwater. In the whole world, there are very few of them, so each one is quite special. And they are intelligent. Every winter, they travel south. Every summer, they head north, and they always know the way. But even whales can make mistakes. One whale named Humphrey made a big one. He turned away from his friends and wandered under the Golden Gate Bridge into San Francisco Bay. Everyone was surprised to see Humphrey at the bay. People don't get to see humpback whales very often because they usually stay in very deep waters. It was a special treat to see one so close to the city of San Francisco. Humphrey was a spectacular sight, as long as a city bus and as big as 7 elephants put together. He would come up to breathe, appearing as if by magic, and people would stop whatever they were doing to watch him. Then Humphrey did something that no whale had ever done. Instead of swimming back out to sea, he went the wrong way, up the Sacramento River. The big river became smaller and smaller as Humphrey traveled upstream. He was looking for the ocean, but it was clear. Humphrey was lost. Hundreds of people came to see Humphrey in the river. They would stare out at the water, waiting for him to come up for air. Then, with a big whoosh, his giant back would appear, and someone would shout, "There he is!" He was an amazing sight. But something was wrong. Whales are supposed to live in the salt water of the ocean, not in the fresh waters of rivers. A whale would die if they stayed in fresh water too long. Humphrey was in trouble. Everyone knew that Humphrey had to be turned back towards the ocean, but no one knew how to do that. After all, something like this had never happened before. The farther Humphrey went, the more worried everyone became. They wondered whether he was getting anything to eat, whether he was getting sick, or whether he would beach himself in the river. One day, Humphrey squeezed under a tiny bridge. It was so small no one could understand how he had done it. Now he was really in trouble. He was trapped. The river beyond the bridge was very shallow and narrow. It was so small, Humphrey could hardly turn around. There he was, a whale, stuck in a tiny stream, right in the middle of a farm field. It was hard to believe. Something had to be done to get him out of there fast. Humphrey looked sick. The scientists knew he would die if he didn't get back to the ocean. Time was running out. The people trying to save Humphrey would have to move fast. The scientists, Coast Guard officers, and many others got together to work out a plan to save him. They decided to bang long pipes together underwater and scare him back down the river. At the same time, they would play a recording that would broadcast underwater the sounds of whales eating. Maybe Humphrey would be so hungry and lonely, he'd swim towards the sound. It worked! Humphrey turned around and started swimming back down the river. Everyone was relieved. But the danger wasn't over yet. When Humphrey arrived at the little bridge, he stopped. He was afraid to go under it. He couldn't find a space big enough to go through. People kept banging the pipes. Humphrey seemed flustered. What would he do? As the pipes kept clanging, Humphrey became angry. He rolled from side to side and thrashed his great tail. People stopped banging the pipes. But Humphrey's friends wouldn't give up. They knew they had to get him past the little bridge. If they didn't, he would die in the river. The people trying to save him decided to make the space under the bridge bigger. They brought in a huge crane and worked through the night to clear away some of the old pilings. Would Humphrey notice the difference? The next day, the people began banging the pipes together again. Clang, clang. The boats moved closer to Humphrey to urge him on towards the bridge. This was his last chance. Everyone watched nervously. Humphrey bravely approached the bridge, but as he tried to swim under it, his head became lodged between the pilings. He frantically bobbed his head up and down and thrashed his tail to free himself. It was a terrible moment. The people trying to save Humphrey thought it might be the end. Humphrey was stuck. Suddenly, Humphrey lifted one fin way out of the water, almost touching the bridge. As he twisted his body, he broke free from the pilings and swam through to the other side. There was a shout from the banks of the river, then another and another, until everyone was cheering. "Hooray for Humphrey!" they shouted. He made it. Humphrey the lost whale was finally on its way home. A whole flotilla of boats and the clanging of pipes behind him helped Humphrey find his way down the river. Finally, Humphrey arrived at San Francisco Bay. Humphrey spent one whole day happily swimming around the bay. He did tricks for the people gathered along the shore to see him one last time. They oohed when he slapped his tail. They ahed when he leaped into the air and belly flopped back into the water. Humphrey seemed to be saying goodbye and thank you to all his friends who'd helped save his life. The people who had helped rescue Humphrey also felt grateful. Humphrey had taught them a lot about humpback whales. He had also become a good friend. Many times during his ordeal, Humphrey could have simply flicked his tail and overturned boats carrying the people who were trying to help him, but he never did. He seemed to understand that they were his friends. Finally, in the late afternoon fog, Humphrey swam under the Golden Gate Bridge and back out to sea. Humphrey the whale had made it. He was finally home.
This year's summer theme is An Ocean of Possibilities. Our performers, crafts, and activities are about the ocean. There is a lot of information on this presentation. To help you remember, you'll receive a bookmark with our website and phone number on it, so if you have any questions, you can look again.
Once again, there will be a weekly guessing jar. For 5 weeks, starting Monday, June 6th, a new guessing jar will be available. The final guessing jar week will start Tuesday, July 5th. Children ages 5 to 12 years old are eligible to participate. The child who guesses the closest to the number of items without going over will be the winner. Prizes include Saruji's candy bars, library bags, and other fun items. Come guesstimate and enjoy some fun.
What did the ocean say to the shore? Nothing. It just waved.
Each Wednesday from June 8th through July 27th, from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m., we will have an ocean-themed make-and-take craft for you to do.
On June 8th, turn a toilet paper tube into a jellyfish. On June 15th, come on in and make this cute paper plate hermit crab. On June 22nd, we will be turning coffee filters into ocean animal sun catchers. On June 29th, make a paper plate whirl and twirl in the wind as a mermaid whirligig. July 6th, using air-dry clay, we will be creating seashell fossils. July 13th, come and create a paper plate pufferfish using a toilet paper tube as a paintbrush. On July 20th, using colorful tissue paper and paper plates, create a seahorse. And on July 27th, come and turn a cupcake liner into an 8-armed octopus.
If you can't make it during the week for crafts, we also have 3 crafty Saturdays you can come to. One of them is June 4th, one's July 2nd, and there's another one on August 27th. Come down to the library in the children's department from 9 to 12 to make an ocean-themed craft with your family. Here's a pirate joke for you. Why couldn't the pirate learn the alphabet? Because he was lost at sea.
Randy Peterson will be at Huckleberry Harbor on Tuesday, June 7th at 10 a.m., presenting a show called Henry and the Treasure Chest. It is a show that is full of songs and lively moves.
How do you split the ocean into? Seesaws.
On Tuesday, June 14th at 10 a.m. at Huckleberry Harbor, Miller and Mike will be performing their comedy show. They will have lots of juggling, hat tricks, yo-yo tricks, and they are very, very funny. On Tuesday, June 21st at 10 a.m. at Huckleberry Harbor, Corcoran Puppets will present an old tale, The Fisherman and His Wife, with a twist. In this show, a magical fish can grant wishes, up to a point. When Lizzie's mother and sister visit, they wish for something more than their wee shack. Then Willie's brother plans to visit, bringing his family of 9 and their dogs. More guests and bigger houses. Goodness sakes, how will it all end?
Here's some fun facts about seahorses. They can change colors to blend in with their environment to hide. And daddy seahorses hold the family's eggs in a special pouch until they're ready to hatch. How cool is that?
On Tuesday, June 28th at 10 a.m. in the library's Vestlock room, the Traveling Lantern Theater Company will be presenting a play called Camp Ocean. Mr. Sharkey, your snaggle-toothed camp counselor, has planned a fish fact-filled voyage to the bottom of the sea. Learn the ropes, how to puff like a pufferfish, flop like a flounder, and fence with a swordfish. Search for buried treasure and dive into the mysteries of the ocean, and you might even earn a badge or 2. All hands on deck!
What is in the middle of a jellyfish? A jelly button. Do you like to tie-dye? We're going to have lots of colorful fun at a kids' tie-dye program in the park at Huckleberry Harbor on July 5th at 10 in the morning. You have to bring your own cotton t-shirt or other item to tie-dye and make sure you register ahead of time. Spaces are limited.
Join Jeannie B. on Tuesday, July 12th at 10 a.m. at Huckleberry Harbor for an interactive and energetic program. You will be engaged and moving, laughing and learning from the first note. Jeannie B. is an entertaining musical experience for kids of all ages. Grandpa Fred Turk will be joining us at Huckleberry Harbor on Tuesday, August 2nd at 10 a.m. His show features songs, dancing, puppets, and plenty of audience participation.
How do you make an octopus laugh? You give it 10 tickles.
The library has a reading program for every age, babies all the way up through your grandparents. One of the best ways to counteract the dreaded summer slide that occurs in your learning over summer vacation is to continue enjoying books. Come to the Children's Department beginning Wednesday, June 1st to receive a reading log, or you can participate online using our Beanstack Tracker app. Older children track the time spent reading or listening to books. Audiobooks count too, so check some out to take along when traveling to your vacation destinations. Each sticker equals 15 minutes of reading or listening. When your log is complete, after a total of 12.5 hours, return it to the Children's Department by Saturday, August 6th to receive your incentive prizes. If you completed your reading on the Beanstack app, just let us know. We'll look your name up and give you your incentive prizes. If you have younger siblings up to age 2, they may also participate in the summer reading program. They track fun early literacy activities such as nursery rhymes, counting, and bedtime stories.
When you complete your reading logs, you can turn them in for some great incentive prizes at the library. You will earn one of these amazing brag tags. You will also earn one of these delicious candy sticks. There is nothing better on a hot summer day than a pass for the Shawano swimming pool to cool off. The Starfish Daily Chronicle newsletter is full of ocean-themed puzzles, jokes, and fun to help pass the time. Need something to help you work all those puzzles? How about a great new pencil?
A free personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut.
And what would a reading program be without new books? We have lots of titles to choose from in all different levels, everything from board books to chapter books.
We can't wait to see you at one of our county libraries soon.